Hello, my name is Yuka. Today, I will explain why Japan has a low level of happiness in spite of its affluence. In Japan, tap water is drinkable, trains run on time, there is plenty of cheap and delicious food, and the country is safe. With all this wealth, why is the level of happiness so low? This video will help you understand why the level of happiness is so low for Japanese people living in a seemingly affluent country. It will also help you understand true wealth and happiness. It will also give you hints on how to become happier, whether you are currently happy or not. Please watch the video to the end. In the 2023 World Happiness Ranking, Finland is in first place, Denmark in second, the United States in 15th, and Japan in 47th. Among the G7 countries, Japan is at the bottom. Let us consider the reasons for Japan's low level of happiness. The first reason for the low level of happiness in Japan. Low self-esteem. Do you have the image that Japanese people are humble? Humility is both a characteristic and a strength of the Japanese. However, this modesty can go too far and become despicable. Many Japanese have low self-esteem and feel that they are worthless. One of the reasons for the low self-esteem of the Japanese is their education. Japan is a collectivist country, and people are expected to conform to the group rather than to their individual opinions. Children are praised for doing the same thing as everyone else and scolded for doing something different. They are taught that children who get along with others, do not fight, harmonize with their surroundings, and do not cause problems are good children. The same is true even after they become adults. If only one person in the company expresses a different opinion, they may be ostracized as that person can't read the air, or that person is weird. Therefore, Japanese people feel stressed out by forcing themselves to fit in with their surroundings, stifling their own opinions. Or, they evaluate themselves as useless because they do not fit in with their surroundings. They do not accept themselves as they are and judge their own value based on the evaluations of others, resulting in low self-esteem. As a result, the level of happiness is considered to be low. The second reason for the low level of happiness among Japanese people. They are unaware of their affluence. There is no tipping culture in Japan. This is because you can receive the best hospitality without tipping. Courier services always arrive at the designated time, and trains arrive and depart on time. Public restrooms are always clean, even though they are free to use. For us Japanese, it is a matter of course. Some people take it so much for granted that they have even forgotten how to appreciate it. On the contrary, there are some Japanese who get irritated at the slightest train delay, complain that a shopkeeper is a little unfriendly, and cannot forgive even the slightest mistake because they have become too accustomed to a life of convenience and comfort. With such a way of thinking, one can never be satisfied. If you cannot realize that you are blessed, you will never be happy. The third reason for the low level of happiness among the Japanese. Entrenched view of life. When you think of happiness, what do you imagine? Having a spouse and cute kids? Having a large income? Traveling freely around the world? In Japan, it has long been said that after graduating from school, one gets a job at a good company, gets married, has children, builds a house, and dies of old age with children and grandchildren to take care of. It has been said that such a life is happiness. Today, more and more people are living diverse lifestyles, but this value still remains strong. In Japan, there is a tendency to feel sorry for those who are not married, do not have children, or have low income. As a result, they feel pressure to find a job, get married, and have children, which limits their personal freedom and choices. Even if they voluntarily choose not to get married, not to have children, or to work at a job with a lower than average income, they are not confident in their choices or feel that they are making a mistake. Because of their sense of value of, this is what happiness looks like, they are unable to make the choices they want to make, and even if they do, they feel uncomfortable living in the world because of the way the world looks at them. The fourth reason for the low level of happiness among the Japanese. Poor working environment. Problems with the Japanese work environment include long working hours, no overtime pay, and harassment. There are many companies in Japan that are known as black companies. These are companies where long working hours are the norm, overtime is not paid, and harassment is rampant. You may think, why don't you just quit such a company? However, many collectivist Japanese are unable to do so. They endure unfair labor without turning down work, thinking, I feel bad about leaving early when everyone else is working overtime. I can't take time off because everyone is working so hard, and I can't be a burden to others. In addition, low self-esteem, coupled with the belief that it can't be helped because it's my fault, causes them to put up with harassment. As a result of such persistence, some people die of exhaustion or commit suicide due to depression. They place more importance on not causing trouble to those around them than on their own health and lives. If you are a member of society, you will spend most of your day at work, and if you do not feel comfortable at your workplace, your level of happiness will be low. How was it? These are only some of the reasons for the low level of happiness among the Japanese, but it is also true that many people feel it is difficult to live. And from the results of this analysis, we can say that in order to increase happiness, we should do the opposite of the above. Believe that you have value and accept yourself as you are. Don't focus only on dissatisfaction, but look at the abundance around you and be grateful for it. Decide for yourself what makes you happy, rather than being swayed by those around you. Do not work at the expense of your own health. Don't you think these things can be done even now? Happiness does not require a lot of money. Thank you for watching until the end.